Hello everyone, how you guys doing today? You guys are having a good week. It's been a much cooler, much more functional week here. Not as hot. Busy at work, but hey, that is what they call work. Hope you guys are having just as much fun watching this stuff as I am making it. Doing pretty good here. Oops. Doing pretty good here lately. We are out here collecting a little bit of kelp and just slowly moving our way through here. Have gotten a little bit of stuff done, which has been good. But sort of slugging away here. I got a little bit of building done. I'm gonna go grab my boat. There it is. Just collecting kelp here. Our kelp farm is doing okay. Repeat. There we go. It's doing okay, but it's just not producing as much. We had to do a little bit of tweaking. Got rid of the iron bars in there for the water. It was a lot of stuff was just getting caught on the inside and not actually going up and over. So we replaced that with glass, and am getting a little bit better as far as that goes in the system. But that's it. So we're here collecting kelp and making some progress on things in other spots as well. Got a few things to show you guys here. Let me fill up my inventory. Oh, how are we looking here? Oh, we got plenty of room. We're making progress for sure. So one of the big things that we've been running into is, and this is what I'm noticing on a single player world, is time. Normally on a multiplayer world you have well, multiple people playing, multiple people collecting resources, and a lot of times they collect more resources than what they need, which has always been a good thing. That's what creates an economy. It creates that collaboration where I could go over and talk to whoever was right next to my base and say, hey, do you got any extra stone? Do you got any extra wood? Or do a collaboration and just sit and talk and gab with them as we're out mowing down a forest or whatever. And it was really good when I was being able to put a lot more time into this. You know, there was a little bit of time there where this was what I was doing full time. In between jobs, I was doing some consulting and working on stuff. So I was able to get a lot bigger builds and a lot more builds done. But not as much now, unfortunately. Alright, let's start off with distributing this here. I still gotta fix this big smelter here. It doesn't... If I have a whole bunch, it works great. It doesn't distribute cleanly to all 16 smelters. It's kind of frustrating, but when I've got like a whole bunch of stuff I just need to dump in, these first 2 or 3 smelters get it all, and they smelt all of it at once. You can see these things have been plowing through stuff, and they'll process it pretty cleanly. All right, let's turn this off. All right, let's go up and look and see what I got built here. I did finally cave and built a tree farm. Doesn't do mangroves, doesn't do dark oak, but it'll do the spruce, the jungle, the birch, etc. And it works pretty good. Let's turn the volume down. Get down to about here. It is a TNT duping farm. Like I said, the more and more I'm realizing how much time I do and don't have. I feel less bad about doing the TNT dupers and doing machines like this. So, pretty straightforward farm. You just sit here, AFK-ish, just right-clicking in here. It feeds you saplings and so forth from the dispenser. So up there, it crushes all the leaves, turns them into sticks. All these hoppers on the back end here catches it, dumps them into this dispenser right here. Just keeps kicking out leaves. I do not have this tied into my bone farm circuit yet. That's one of the things I haven't figured out how to do yet, to be honest with you. Let's see a couple more trees in here. And we'll turn off this. And you can see over here, it just drops. Very similar style. It uses the scaffolding in order to signal the dupe, or signal, turn on and turn off the signal, just like that over there, which is a really cool trick. I mean, if you click right here, you can see that what it happens is it changes the support level on it, and that's why it stops. It changes this, and the observer sees that there's a state difference up at the top there. So it dumps into our holding bin. Anything good? No. Avert your eyes. You're gonna spit at me. Don't spit at me. Yep. Sorry, had to be done. Okay. And this is where our bone meal comes in. Right here. I got plenty in there. Not sure how I'm going to turn that into, hook it into the system so this stays consistently full, but it drops into the old pit that we had where we were manually chopping. Exact same system, and because it doesn't do any of the other trees, I'm still just using this as storage. So you can see, here's all the birch that we picked up. Not a big deal. We moved all of our or tried to move all the saplings up to the top there. How did I lose a redstone? Uh-oh, I broke something up top there. All right, there we go. So it's working pretty good, for the most part. Let's see here. What else have we done here? So we built the tree farm. It had to be done. I'm much more comfortable now. I've got enough birch. I've got enough of the different woods that I want to use in order to do the building, the size of buildings that I want. So let's see here. I think I've got pretty much. I got a couple new other farms I want to put in. I'm just not sure where I'm going to put them. Something simple ones like this one. You got this lichen farm. I think I'm going to build 4 double flower farms somewhere here, just to have the farms. Something simple, easy. I'm gonna build ones for the 2 different nether vines as well. So we're just farming away. So let's go take a look up here to the other farm that we did finally create in the nether. And mistakes were almost made. So what I had done is I had done a little bit of research. Was like, I'm going to go get a magma cube spawner and build a froglight farm. And way down there is the closest magma cube spawner that I have in this world. And I broke with the bedrock down there. I hadn't gotten down to the point of clearing it out. And then I watched Exumavoid's video just recently on how he built one, and I don't believe I was trying to do it that hard. If you remember, right down below, we have our heading towards our build area, we have a soul sand desert. You can remember going off in that direction. The thing with it is that if you head off in this direction, we end up with a basalt delta. And there are exactly 2 mobs that can spawn, 2 hostile mobs that can spawn inside of a basalt delta. And that is a magma cube and a ghast, and that's it. So we built ourselves a frog farm. We migrated over our frogs. I think they're all down there. Yeah, all 6 of them. We got 2 of each ones. A simple little collection system just to dump out as much as we pick up. And we're picking up quite a bit. So let's go up to the top here. Here's our AFK platform. We're gonna sit here for just a few seconds here. Let a couple mobs spawn. Yeah, the Basalt Delta, as soon as I realized that only those 2 mobs spawned in there and realized what was happening, I'm like, oh my goodness, I've made it so hard. But you can see we've already got quite a few magma cubes in there already. And they are just pooping out lights left and right for us. And they're dumping off and getting shoved around on the ice down there. And we got a minecart underneath there. And here come the froggies. More lights, more lights. They just go into town. Look at that. All of those lights. That was just a little bit up there. It was super quick, super easy. Not that hard. And once I realized what needed to be done, it was like, oh, wow. So we got this quick unloader that basically, what it does is, if you want to see more about this, just let me know and I can pull it up and I'll gladly do sort of a walkthrough on the way that this unloader works. But basically what it does is it comes up and it brings a cart up to the top here and it falls through the mud and breaks. It falls through the mud onto the slab, disappears, drops 100% of what's in it, and then gets dispensed back onto the track and goes back out. And because the hopper doesn't separate from the minecart anymore, you're basically destroying the minecart and then redistributing a hopper minecart and gets pushed right back in. Then the slime blocks push it away pretty quick. So, pretty cool. So, getting tons of stuff. Doing a good job here. Just collecting up the lights. I've probably spent maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes here AFK. I took 1 stack of each down and put it in our sorting system, but other than that, we're just cranking out lights. We got all 3 colors. One, the fluorescent, and the ochre. So, got a whole bunch of lights coming. This is a great little farm that we've got going on here. So, pretty much have got most of the big farms built. Only one I got left is a guardian farm, and that is on my list of things to do. Just not there yet. So what I'm going to do is dump off all of this excess stuff. I'm going to head over to our build area and sort of show you what we've got going and talk about something I almost did wrong. So let me get over there and show you what we've got. I'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. So we're over here, and this is turn the volume back up on you guys here. This is one of those things that I was like, I really wanted to show you because I don't see this a lot. A lot of times on a lot of the Let Plays, you see people that as they're building, sometimes they're doing a lot of work in creative and they're not and they're building on their server or on their videos what they've done in creative, and can't always do that. Don't always have time to build it in creative to sort of give an idea. I kind of had an idea of the sizes and I mocked out the sizes of all this stuff, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to have a house sitting up at the top of it. And what I did is I put this I did this just sort of mocking it together, and you can kind of see here I've got a, let's go to this one right here. You can kind of see here I've got a slant down here because I wanted the house leaning forward on the top. And I started going, okay, cool, I've got this into place. I got this all set up. And then I went and looked at it from a distance. And it might be a little hard for everybody to see in the distance here. Oops, that's good enough. I started looking at that going, something's wrong with that. And what I realized is that in order to do this house, I'd have to slant it down and then I'd have to slant it up. And the only way to get it in the size to show that slant was to make the thing too big. So I made a mistake. I should have mocked it up a little bit better into creative, but sometimes you don't always get to. And learning from the mistakes is pretty important as far as getting better at what you're doing. So I wanted to show how I did this, and I did it in the wrong scale is what it was. Is I wanted the house, I wanted a look, but in order to get that look, I had to make it bigger. And with the tower that I was putting it on, it just wasn't big enough. So this is sort of one of those learning moments I want to share because I'm sure other people do this. And the key thing to remember on something like this is that it's okay to make the mistake. The hard part about it is, and that it is the hard part, is when you make the mistake, you just gotta take it down and do it right. You gotta accept the mistake and start taking it down. Start over. Start fixing the mistake, and it's okay to make them. And that's really the key thing is you're gonna make mistakes. We do it every single day, and we learn from them. We adapt. We adjust. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. So I thought it was important to just sort of show that not everything that you're going to build on here gets done right the first time. And that's okay. I know you see a lot of the creators that are out there that are going through, and like I said, they'll build it in creative. They have the time to go and put all of the time into creative to build exactly what they want. And when you're showcasing something, that's always a good thing to do when you're showing it off and want to really get other people to pay attention to it. But what you're not seeing is all of the you see the one finished product, and you're not seeing the 6 or 7 mistakes that were made, or the changes of people's minds, or really the ones that are the most interesting from my perspective is the ones where they made a mistake and it led to a different creative idea. So I really wanted to make sure that you guys see this, because you don't see it a lot in some of the bigger productions, the bigger content creators. Not because they don't do it, but because what they're doing is they're showing off their finished products, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And the biggest concern from my perspective is that maybe that causes people to question whether or not they're able to build as good or do as good a stuff as somebody else is. Don't be afraid of the mistakes. Don't be afraid of doing it a second time. Don't be afraid of doing it a third time. Don't be afraid of doing it a fourth time. I mean, mistakes are part of life. And it's okay to make them. It's okay to understand from them. It's okay to learn from them. That's kind of what they're there for. They're there to help and improve us as we go through things. So, like I said, I really wanted to make sure I wanted to get help you guys get a realist perspective of what a lot of times I end up having to do, and sometimes things just don't work. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, let me get that house moved and rebuilt, and we'll take a gander at it. Probably knock down the scaffolding here and take a gander at what it looks like as a mostly completed build. So, I'll be back with you guys here in a bit. All right, everybody, welcome back. So, some damage has been done, and it is time. Let's see if we can stall out the single player game here. Almost got all of it. A lot of scaffolding. It's okay. Oh, there's the lag. There's the hitches. Let's pick this up real quick. All right. That's right. Gonna make you wait to see it. All right. Oh, it fell out all the way over here. All right, let's get the scaffolding out of my inventory and take a look at it. So there is our tower. That looks pretty good. Let's go take a look at it from our nest over here that we kind of set up. We're looking at it. Ah, there we go. I like it. I like the shapes. I like the indentions. Yes. You can see where that snow is at right in here. I'm gonna have to go back in and probably put some lichen in there just for lighting. I'll bet you it's not bright enough. But I like the look of that. Let's knock down this right here. Almost all of it. Yeah, there's scaffolding everywhere. There we go. Oops, missed. Yeah, I kind of like it. All right, so we've done a little bit of work on the inside. If it despawns, it despawns. Oh, it's so tough to do sometimes. So the inside needs some work. We are gonna have all these torches gone. We're gonna use lanterns and candles and other things in order to light this all up. So I like the 2-color floors and so forth for all these stairs. I put some like book nooks in here, depending upon what I've got and space-wise. We'll play with it. We'll see what happens. But interiors, I'll admit, it is one of the areas that I do struggle on. But it's super tight and confined. Yeah, I'm picking it up. It's hard for me to watch things despawn. Alright. Nom, 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 nom. And let's go take a look at our little house up here. So we got this nice long house, and we got a little landing spot right here. Got some snow to get rid of. I don't have any windows. And I couldn't make them fit because of this edge right here on the roof sits right here, right? So unfortunately, to poke a hole in the window, it's like I would put it here, and then I'm looking at this. I might come in here and put some windows in depending on how it looks, but we'll put something into here, probably a bed or something like that, sort of a room up here. Maybe put some alchemy up in here, just to put in a, you know, kind of a wizard's tower. Use the stripped birch in here, sort of monochromatic, and I'll admit that. Let's take a look at it from over here. But not as much as you would expect. I like it. I think it turned out really well. I think the white accents it really well. I think if I get some lichen up on some of those crooks and so forth that you can't really see, I think it's gonna look really, really good. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun building this one and getting this sucker into place. So hopefully you guys appreciate it. appreciated what we did here. So I'd love to hear your guys' feedback on this. What you thought of it. Did you like it? Do you think it needed some help? What would you like to see different? Oh, man. All right, I give up. Let it despawn. Give me some comments. Hit me up on Twitter at @awanderingnerd. Tell me if you did or didn't like this. What would you change? Do you like the texturing? It is kind of mono. It's got a single color. I get that. Got some textures in there. For this tower, that's what I wanted. Now for this mansion, it's going to have some white accents similar to this down here. It's also going to have oak and dark oak down here as well. So I got a different color scheme for this one a little bit, but it still kind of fits this sandstone theme more than anything. So again, comments as much as you want to feel free to share with me, and any comments about the first half of the video where we're talking about how I made the mistakes to begin with. If you like today's video, please definitely hit that thumbs up button. It's free, it's easy, and it's super simple to help the channel out. I would appreciate it a lot. And if you want to see more like this, take the time, hit the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. So again, appreciate you guys coming along. I really do like the way this tower turned out. I'm looking forward to working on the mansion. I might be working on some other things as we go. But again, I appreciate all the time you guys have spent with me. And until next time, this is A Wandering Nerd.